Do you hear the drums? And the flutes? I'm at the headwaters of the Sacramento River, and I'm doing a hike, and there's a drum circle here today at the park. And I just saw a man pick up a half-eaten apple, take a bite out of it. And I was impressed. I think a lot of people would be grossed out by that. I think a lot of people would judge that person and make all kinds of assumptions about him, because we've been culturally conditioned to do that, to judge one another, to shame one another. Personally, I have a lot of respect for people who live simply and lightly. And basically, this is a person who is living off of the refuse, the waste, the excrements of this beast system that is devouring and turning all of paradise into garbage. And this is a person who's taking the garbage and recycling it and using it so that he doesn't have to participate in this system, which is destroying paradise. And I was reminded, when I saw this, I was reminded of a conversation I had recently with a young person. Well, she wasn't that young, she was in her 30s, but I met her while I was woofing, and it was her first work exchange, and she was telling me that she was really wanting to kind of step outside of the system because she felt like she was being eaten alive by it, but that she didn't want to be irresponsible. And what was my opinion about people who step outside of the system, step into a more unconventional way of living? Do I think that that's irresponsible, considering that the rest of the world is having to contribute in certain ways, and you are benefiting from that as a person who stepped outside of it? And I think that is insane. I think that is a way that we all have been culturally conditioned to keep one another in line. It's a form of gaslighting to say that the people who are trying to be responsible by not participating in an irresponsible system, because it is an irresponsible system, that they're the irresponsible ones. This system destroys the very life form of the earth that we are all dependent upon for life. It's unsustainable, it's reckless, it's selfish. And people who dumpster dive and live off of the refuse of the system, these are much like the decomposers that you find in nature. Okay? Ants, beetles, vultures. This is a niche in the ecosystem. It is needed, and this is the time of the vulture and the ant and the beetle within humanity. We need to take on the spirit of these animals, because this world, this matrix, the way that man has been doing things, is coming to an end. It's going to come crashing down, and it's a good thing. And if we will recognize that and extract ourselves from it slowly and carefully, we will suffer less. Or we can go down with the sinking ship and we might drown. I thought I heard someone coming. Got distracted. So, no, I don't think it's selfish. I think it's smart. And I think it is something to be admired. That quality in a person, to be willing to live simply and humbly, and to even maybe struggle a little because you have certain values and priorities, and those values and priorities are life, humanity, wanting to live and act in a way that doesn't harm others, that doesn't harm the planet. This system in America, this capitalistic, unchecked capitalistic system, which requires constant constant growth for the sake of profit, regardless of the cost. The tax dollars that are accumulated off of the backs of people who are being exploited as they work for slave wages, those tax dollars are going towards funding genocide. And you tell me that participating in that is not irresponsible, but eating out of a trash can so that you don't have to use slave labor to grow and harvest your food, that's irresponsible. That's insanity, but that's what we're all walking around spouting and believing. At this point, you're lying to yourself. You know that's not true. If that's the excuse that you're making to continue participating in this, is that it's irresponsible, you know that's not right. Anyways, I just had to say that. The thing about it is like the people who are running this system, who are being exploited, the people who have not dared to step outside of it and live on the fringe and dig through a dumpster, or live more simply, those people are being the most abused and used, and they are the ones making it possible for the system to go on, because the people in charge, the elites, they need you, they need us to do all their dirty work. They need to be able to pay us slave wages so that they can live in opulence, and they don't care about future generations because they're not going to be around for it. They're sociopaths. Don't be a slave. Don't be a puppet to a damn sociopath. Don't aim for that. If you're participating in the system thinking, oh, I can achieve the American dream, the dream is a nightmare, guys. The dream is you struggle your whole life, or you become a sociopath. That's what winning the game means, is that you lose all of your humanity and you're okay with exploiting others, and you come to believe that feelings and ethics and morals get in the way and they're things to evolve past. That's the world we live in. That is the Matrix. That is the beast system. And if we would all just stop participating in it, we could turn and walk away and walk back into paradise, and we wouldn't have to, any of us, dig through the trash cans or dumpsters of the system. We could start using our energy to restore the earth and live off of the natural abundance that God has provided for us, the natural abundance and beauty that this system is destroying it. So no, I don't think it's irresponsible to step out of the system and stop feeding it. I think it's irresponsible to be used by it.